Hi, my name is Gerson Reno. I'm 22. I live in sunny Southern California, and this is my introduction. The first question that I had to look at when I was looking at our assignment was a list of people that I have an interpersonal relationship with. Um, that list for me is not so short, actually. My I work at an after-school camp program. I know hundreds of kids who I had know their parents. I talk regularly with them on a daily basis, whether that be checking on, hey, X, Y, and Z happened at work today, and your kid is learning why we shouldn't sit on Billy's back, or hey, they had a great day, they were playing around, and those are good relationships that I have with those families as well as my own. I have two brothers and a sister who's married, and I have a good relationship with them. I see my grandparents every week practically. They One lives right around the corner, and the other one just lives down the street. And I have a good relationships with my coworkers and with my bosses. I love my bosses; they're such great people. I think it's what makes it easier to have interpersonal relationship with other people is being able to see them on a regular basis. If you can't, it's kind of hard to maintain that friendship. I have a good friend who is currently attending BYU Idaho, who is one of my best friends, and it's hard for me to talk to him because I'm not there with him all the time, so I don't understand what he's going through and vice versa. But it is fun to talk to him when I do get the chance to do that. Um, I've had hundreds of opportunities to give public speeches. I was on a speech and debate team for 7 years, 3 years in middle school, and then I did it in high school. I was on a nationally ranked speech and debate team. I did an event called oratorical interpretation, which was taking speeches from history and cutting them down to 10 minutes, just the main parts, and then giving that speech to an audience. And then I also did another event called duo, where you work with a partner, you get a script or a story, and you create blocking. And it was fun to do. It was really fun to do. My favorite of the two events that I did was oratorical interpretation, because I got to interpret public speeches given by famous people. And all that was so fun. When I gave those speeches, there were times where I did really well because I got into final rounds and I was performing in front of upwards to about 1,000 people. I wouldn't call it much more than that. And it was fun. It was nerve-wracking from time to time, especially when I had to get up and speak in front of complete strangers. But how to I learned how to get messages across. I learned the best way to do so, which was a lot of fun. Um, I learned how not to be afraid of other people that you don't know. I remember in high school, I was my freshman year on the team. I was nervous, and I remember how they broke us was kind of a funny way to do it. But they would make us stand on these bleachers in front of the track. We had a track, and kids during PE would run around this thing because they were doing their mile, and we would stand on the top and we would shout our speeches out to the kids that were running on the track, our peers. And at first you're like, oh, I'm a little nervous, I don't like this. But it was fun. And I learned that some people are going to stop and listen, and some people are just going to keep going. And when you have someone's attention, you can really convey a very important message. And that's where I think I need to improve on. I don't, Sometimes I have a hard time conveying the message I want to convey and not getting mixed up in how I'm going to say it and getting lost and confused. And that's something I really want to improve on, is making sure that what I have to say and that message that I'm trying to get across gets across. Um, some things that I love to do. I am a huge surfer. I live east of East LA, so 5 minutes that way. It's not so fun part of town, but I live fairly close to the beach, and I love going surfing. I love how the water is. Some people are afraid of the ocean. For those of you that are afraid of the ocean, don't be. It's a great place. The waves can be kind of scary from time to time. Just got to learn how to tuck under and go over, or go over and tuck under and go under. It's fun, in my opinion. I'm an avid golfer. I like to say I'm a 45-year-old man in a 22-year-old's body. Um, I love my job. I love working with kids. That's something that I do very passionately. I'm a director of an after-school camp program during the school year, and during the summer, I work with Tom Sawyer camps, and I work as a counselor, and I help them also during the school year doing high ropes courses. That's something that I also love to do. Our high ropes course is, imagine big telephone poles with metal wires going each way. I get to facilitate that. I get to set up what we call elements, which are climbs. People climb up the poles, and they get to jump off the poles. They get to do certain challenges on the poles. For example, there's a challenge where you have two wires that are going away from each other, and you and a partner have to hold each other's hands and walk away from one another and try to stay on for as long as you can. I love doing that. I love seeing a reaction of people when they go up. It's funny to see the people that want to play I'm the tough guy, and then when they get up 75 feet off the ground, they're not so tough. I love to spend time with my family, and I love to spend time with my friends. I'm a huge football lover, not of the NFL, not a fan. I'm going to be completely honest. If I had to support an NFL team, it'd be the Seattle Seahawks, and that's solely because of Pete Carroll. I'm a big USC fan. My family's been going there for years. I kind of broke tradition. But I love going to USC games. I've gone since I was a little boy with my grandfather, who played basketball for them, and his dad, who was a gymnast, and then just a long line of athletes. Yeah, and that's pretty much about me. Thanks, guys. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and working with you.